The past few weeks have been a storm of speculation, whispers, and subtle hints surrounding Jennifer Garner's relationship with her longtime partner, John Miller. For months, fans believed the two were stronger than ever, quietly planning a future together away from Hollywood noise. But then came the unexpected twist, a shocking emotional phone call that reportedly called off the engagement. And the heart-stopping question many are asking now is, did Ben Affleck play a part? This is not just another celebrity breakup rumor. According to sources close to the situation, the emotional weight Jennifer carries for the father of her children, combined with Ben's recent personal struggles, may have caused a rift she never saw coming. And John Miller, who has stayed patient for years, allegedly reached a breaking point. Jennifer Garner and John Miller always kept their relationship extremely private. No flashy red carpets, no public declarations, no grand gestures plastered across social media. But those close to them believed the couple had secretly exchanged a quiet, heartfelt engagement earlier this year. It was supposed to be a promise of stability, peace, and a new chapter. However, insiders reveal that the emotional phone call that changed everything didn't come from Jennifer. It came from John, who was shaken by what he described as constant interference and unresolved attachments tied to Ben Affleck. It reportedly began with a series of moments between Jennifer and Ben that became more frequent, more intense, and more urgent as Ben continued navigating his own post-split struggles. Whether it was co-parenting meetings, unexpected visits, or sudden calls at odd hours, John allegedly felt the presence of Ben more than ever, and it weighed heavily on the future he imagined with Jennifer. Let's be clear, Jennifer Garner has always supported Ben Affleck, especially through difficult times. She has stood by him during relapses, emotional setbacks, and public controversies. And even after their divorce, she never turned her back on him as a person, as a co-parent, or as someone she once deeply loved. But for John Miller, the situation became harder to ignore. Every time Jennifer rushed to Ben's side, whether to help him through emotional distress, visit him during low moments, or simply be present for their kids during tense situations, John reportedly felt a growing emotional distance. It wasn't jealousy, it was fear. Fear that Jennifer wasn't fully free. Fear that Ben still had a unique hold on her heart. Fear that he was fighting a battle he had no chance of winning. And that fear finally erupted during an emotional conversation that many describe as the breaking point. According to a source familiar with the conversation, the phone call between Jennifer and John was filled with long pauses, shaky words, and heartbreak on both sides. John allegedly told Jennifer that he could not continue feeling like he was second in line emotionally, especially when Ben continued to depend on her in ways that only someone deeply connected would. The phone call wasn't a fight. It was raw emotion. Jennifer cried. John cried. And the truth neither of them wanted to face finally surfaced. Her heart was divided, and their future no longer felt certain. John reportedly ended the conversation with words Jennifer never expected to hear. Maybe we need to step back from this engagement. That single sentence shattered everything. Friends close to Jennifer say she was devastated. She had been trying to balance everything: her kids, her ex-husband's struggles, her work, and her commitment to John. But the emotional weight became impossible to juggle without someone getting hurt. Jennifer reportedly didn't want to end the engagement, but she understood why John felt the need to step away. She knew Ben's presence in her life had intensified recently, and even though she wasn't romantically involved with him, the emotional responsibility she carries for him is heavy, sometimes heavier than she wishes. For Jennifer, the tears weren't just about losing John. They were about the painful realization that supporting Ben, something she does from a place of compassion, comes at a high personal cost. Was Ben directly responsible? Not in a dramatic or intentional way, but indirectly. Absolutely. Ben's struggles, his need for emotional support, and his complicated presence in Jennifer's life were powerful enough to shake the foundation of her relationship with John. John Miller's final decision wasn't a rejection of Jennifer. It was a plea for emotional clarity that never came. Right now, Jennifer is reportedly taking time to reflect. She's focusing on her children, managing the ongoing situation with Ben, and trying to understand her own emotional space. If you've stayed with us through this emotional story, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for more deep dive updates into Jennifer Garner, Ben Affleck, and everything happening behind the scenes. Your subscription helps us bring you the latest stories as they unfold.